It's International Overdose Awareness Day. And in honor of those that we've lost, and in honor of those that have survived overdoses, we're doing this live chat tonight. And I want to thank y'all for taking the time to be here, for spending a little bit of time with me on this beautiful Sunday evening, on this beautiful day. Um, I may be emotional, and that's okay. So, yeah, today has been pretty emotional for me. I don't know why. I don't know why this year has affected me more than any other year, but it has. And so today has been full of me working out my garden, getting things cleaned up. If I feel like planting something, then I plant something. But getting all the garbage cleaned out of the beds and, you know, getting ready to put them to bed for fall and winter if I'm not going to plant anything in them. I've had my earbuds in playing Alice in Chains on repeat. It seems like the song by them titled Nutshell is my theme song here lately. And if you've never heard the song, you need to. There are videos here on YouTube of the song with the lyrics, and y'all, the lyrics just today, especially, they have hit every single cylinder for me. It's a beautiful song. It is. If you don't know anything about Alice in Chains, the lead singer was a heroin addict, and he passed away at a very young age. And yeah, so I highly suggest you go to understand the mental capacity that I am in today. Go listen to the song. It's called Nutshell, and it is by Alice in Chains. And it is beautiful and heartbreaking and all the things. All the things. Randall's at church. Good boy. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Jesse. So yeah. Um, well, I thought that more people would be here, but apparently I was wrong. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I have been working. The reason that I was just a couple minutes late was because I'm working on the Facebook page. Okay, and I have almost got it, maybe with a few more clicks here. Um, I know, y'all are awesome. Always waiting on me, always here. It just gets disheartening, especially when what today is, you know. But it is what it is. Um, if you have lost someone due to an overdose and you want to shout out their name, feel free to shout out their name. Okay, I think that would be a beautiful tribute to them. So please feel free to do that. Let's see. Charlotte, if I'm friends with you on Facebook, I am going to try. I'm going to try to send invitations to join the group If not, I'm going to figure this out. Okay? I am. I'm going to figure this out. So, hang on just a minute because I may have this. Okay? I may have this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know what just happened, but okay. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, yeah. Little man, are you smoking weed? Are you? I find that very, very disrespectful. Okay. I just sent you an invitation, Miss Charlotte. Okay. You the first one. And my cheers are popping. Little man is with Kelly. Paps is getting ready. For those of you that don't know, Kelly is not here right now. She is having to stay with her mother due to her grandmother passing away. If you don't know that whole story, I'm not going to get all into it. That's her personal stuff. But she's going to be there with her mother for probably another 6 weeks or so. So she does come and get Aiden on her days off and goes and does stuff with him and all that and calls him all the time. But she's just not here right now. So, yeah. But anyway, that's where he's at. He's doing okay. And I meant to bring something in here with me. And I haven't decided whether or not I want to read this out loud or not. If I want to read this on here, if I want to wait and, you know, I don't know yet. I don't know. Aiden got a letter from Joseph. And y'all, I've cried. Yeah, so are your teeth. Okay? Get out of here. I've cried. I've read it several times, and that little boy deserved that letter. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Woozy. Hey, Donna. He deserved that letter. And I'm so glad Joseph did that. And I just wanted to read part of it to you because it meant something to me too. Y'all, today has been awful. Awful. I got snot rags. Snot rags. So, yeah. Anyway, are y'all paying attention to what our U.S. Navy and Coast Guard are doing right now? Y'all. I may have to, okay? I may have to get some help. I don't know. Donna says, I lost my partner to drug addiction, who was also my daughter's father. And I miss him dearly. You don't get over 16 years easily or ever under a situation like this. No, ma'am, you do not. I'm so sorry for your loss, Miss Donna. I am. Charlotte, you have too. You sent it to me, I think. They're out there. They are stopping these drugs from coming into this country. Y'all, one stop netted over 76,000 pounds of drugs from coming in. They were headed here, okay? They were headed here. And they have stopped it. That was one of the largest. I think it was almost $500 million in drugs that they confiscated. They it didn't get here. It didn't hit the streets. It didn't get to our kids and our loved ones and all the things. Hey, Kathy, it didn't make it here. They're out there patrolling the waters. Who knows all the other ways? We don't know, and we're not privy to that information, and that's okay. Okay. Who knows how other bleh, how many other ways they were getting this stuff in here. Okay. Who knows? But they're out there patrolling the seas and making sure that these literal boatloads of drugs are not getting here. And with that, thank you, Lord, the number of overdoses is down significantly. That is awesome. Awesome. Keep up that war on drugs, okay? Keep that up. I want to see more and more and more of it. Go after those cartels. Stop those drugs from coming into this country. Stop the drugs that are already in this country. No mama should have to be sitting here on Overdose Awareness Day. And it's not just for this country. This is International Overdose Awareness Day, okay? International, worldwide. No mama should have to be sitting here squalling their eyes out because they've either lost their child to an overdose or because they went through what I went through here in my own home in April, okay? And found their child or their loved one overdosing and went through that traumatic experience. If you're new here, there are videos about all of this, okay? And I don't want to get back into all that, but please go check those videos out. We're coming up. Tomorrow's the first day of September, y'all. And we're coming up on 16 years for us that we've been dealing with Joseph's addiction. And I want to say this. That's 16 years since we found out. He had been, I've told y'all before, he is a high-functioning addict, okay? Very high-functioning addict. He had been, to the best of my recollection and my knowledge as of right now, he had been using before that, okay? Which I didn't know, I didn't realize until a couple of years ago. So, 16 years just since we found out that he was in full-blown active addiction. Yep, that's about when mine is, Tammy. That's about when mine is. Yeah. My heart and my soul goes out to the mamas and the dads. They have lost their precious babies due to this atrocious disease. And I'm not arguing with anybody, okay? I'll call it what I want to call it. You call it what you want to call it. And whatever. But I'm not arguing with anybody, especially not today. Okay? Especially not today. I guarantee he started before. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100% he started before we found out. So, yeah. Actually. Oh. Oh, wow, Tammy. Wow. Nope, Joseph got expelled from school because he got caught. That's how we found out. His senior year, he gets expelled from school. So I had to homeschool him for the rest of the year. Yeah. I don't know that I've ever shared that information. I don't know that I have. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but yeah. He graduated. I guess I did a pretty good job at homeschooling him back when, before homeschooling was, like it is now. I mean, holy cannoli, everything's just kind of blown up now, I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm going to assume, and I'm talking to parents, shooting up is bad. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm going to assume that you are trying to be helpful until proven otherwise. Okay? Today's just been hard. I was supposed to go to an event yesterday. I homeschool Aiden too, Miss Donna. I love it. I do. I was supposed to go to an event yesterday. The county next to us. Of course, my county don't do shit. I don't know why. The drug problem is as bad here as it is anywhere else, but for some reason, my county chooses to look the other way. Okay, even though they got the abatement money from the government, and This is the same county that will not give me any information on how that money was spent, even though they're supposed to. It's supposed to be public knowledge. But anyway, I was supposed to go to an event in the next county up, which, I mean, that's my home county anyway. And it was for international overdose awareness. And oh, thank you. Thank you. The reason most people don't even get rehab is because they can't afford it. When it's tens of thousands of dollars, and a lot of insurances will not pay for it, won't even look at the claim or anything else. There's a whole lot of mamas and daddies out there that don't have the ability to finance a stay in rehab. So, the poverty line keeps getting a little bit higher every year, it seems like. But anyway, again, I'm going to quit looking at the comments for a minute. I was supposed to go to an event, International Overdose Awareness event in the neighboring county. I was invited to go and was supposed to go. And it was supposed, from my understanding, it was supposed to be today. So Kelly got today off so she could go. Well, it turns out it was yesterday. So therefore, she couldn't go. She had to work. And the others that were supposed to go with me decided that they didn't want to. I was so let down. And I did not feel like I could handle walking into that event and being at that event by myself. I did not feel like I was that far along in my healing process, in my healing journey from what happened in April, and then again 2 weeks later in May. I didn't feel like I was ready for that. I couldn't do it myself. And I did not want to have a big, massive breakdown there in front of everybody. And I knew that I would. I mean, you see how I am today, right? And I ain't even been anywhere but the garden and the kitchen. So I stayed home instead of going to that event. I stayed home and regretted from the time that it was time for the event to start until the time that it was supposed to be over, 3 hours worth. I regretted not being there that whole time. I should have been there. If for nothing else than to be support for the other mamas that haven't been as fortunate as I am to still have my child alive and on this side of the ground. I should have been there. But I could not make myself go. I couldn't. I couldn't go alone. I thought I was further ahead in my healing journey than what I actually am. And yesterday kind of showed me where I'm at in all that. Um, and I know there's a lot of people that's going to say, like, oh my God, you're still talking about that? That was in April. That was in May. He's been in jail this whole time. Okay. Well, you know what? You walk in and find your child ODing. And you do what you have to do in order to try to save them, knowing that if he gets another breath, you'll be lucky. This breath could be his last before anybody shows up to help. And you're screaming. You are screaming. And there's nobody. They will not. They're not sending him to rehab. Nobody is. Nobody is. Grief is the worst roller coaster ride we get to experience. Lord, yes. Amen. Hey, look, they let him detox. They let these people, whoo, Lord, I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute. I'm fixing to preach, okay? They let him detox in jail with no medical supervision whatsoever. They knew what they brought him in there for. They knew what he had done. He told them what he did, okay? He told them what he did. And they let him lay in there for days, detoxing off of heroin, fentanyl, all the things. Okay? And they let him lay there by himself and detox. They better thank their lucky freaking stars that nothing happened to him while he was doing that with no medical supervision. Because this mama would have held their butts liable. You hear me? And I'm trying to be nice here. But this mama would have held them liable. I don't care. Want to know how I know that he detoxed in there laying on the effing floor. Okay? Because it was overcrowded and there was nowhere for him to sleep. Laying on the floor. He detoxed. And how I know this to be a fact was the following week he got sick. He had some kind of stomach bug or something, and the nurse is not there on the weekends. So he didn't get to see anybody. Guess what? He was arrested on a Friday night. There was no nurse there for those first few days of critical detox. Okay? So yeah, my son. And I'm sure that it happens to anybody that they bring in. I'm sure it does. They just let them sit there cross their fingers, cross their toes, cross whatever they can cross, and hope and pray to God that they don't lose somebody. Nothing bad happens while those people are laying in there detoxing off of these hard-ass drugs. Another one up in Michigan, Kay. What is it? I've promise you, I have been pretty much all weekend. I have been in the garden or outside. It's been beautiful here, and I have just had my earbuds in. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any news. I just want to listen to my music. Music is super soothing to me. Okay? I don't know about anybody else, but music is soothing. It is calming. It is relaxing to me. And I will be honest with you, the harder it is, the more relaxing it is for me. Okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What Charlotte's talking about, that 74, we've talked about it here on the channel before, on a live chat. They changed his cause of death to homicide. They had, yes, they did. They went back and they changed that, bless his heart, that 70-year-old preacher, 74-year-old preacher, they changed his cause of death to homicide. Round them up, boys. Lock them up, boys. And then what really, see, the nurse at the jail was involved in all that. Okay? No, there was nothing. Nothing. He had dementia or something to that effect, and was having a moment, okay, of unclarity. I guess that's a word, I don't know. And they just took him. They just arrested him for no reason. His daughter had the power of attorney and was standing there begging them to take him to the hospital before they ever took him to jail. And they told her no. No, they wasn't going to fool with that. So they took him. They restrained him. Okay? They took him, they restrained him, they put a spit mask on him, and they left him out there in that chair for almost 12 hours. He fell, hit his head. They did nothing. What church? What was it? Charlotte, was it a public nuisance or something like that? It was a misdemeanor, okay? It was a freaking misdemeanor. And I hope his daughter owns that freaking county. I'll be honest with you. She should. Oh, you got rhino trank, okay? That's what that is. The metatomidine, that's rhino trank. Sure is. No, he urinated on himself. And they came in and poked fun at him. Yeah. He sat in his own mess. Okay? I hope that county gets shut down. It deserves it. This ain't the first. This ain't the first. Oh, Tammy, I'm so sorry, baby. I saw where this lady wants to give drug addicts the option to test the drugs before they use it. Is it me? But I don't think drug addicts are going to spend time doing that. Now, I have seen, was it Kensington, maybe, where people set up and they test the drugs for different things. Um, but if it's something new, like the Trank and the Rhino Trank was, then, there's no test for it when it's brand new like that. So things can slip by. Things can, I it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the sheriff in that county, Monroe County, Tennessee. Y'all look that up, okay? Y'all be just as pissed off as I am over all this. After it came out that they were changing the cause of death to homicide, the sheriff's office, the sheriff that, he posted on Facebook that the jail's looking for a new nurse. Now, that the timing could have been better on that, okay? Well, let's be honest, Tommy boy. The timing could have been better. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on cutting off a relationship for a while for a boundary? Yes, Sharon, I do. And I full on believe that. I had to do that with Joseph several times. Several times. Just to get my point across. Sometimes you have to be just as extravagant as they are in order to get your point across to them, because it goes in one ear and out the other most of the time. So, yeah. 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 Some lady that lost both her sons, drugs were made to look like Xanax. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Monroe, Monroe, Monroe County, Kay. No, he didn't get either. He was strapped down hard. And he never spit on them. They even said that he didn't spit on them. Okay? He was laying there. He had fallen and hit his head on the concrete bench. Concrete bench. Okay? And they put that spit mask on him so that they didn't have to look at him. And the shit-eating grins on these people's faces. I'm telling you, I hope his daughter owns that freaking county. The whole county, not just the jail. I hope she owns that whole county, because she damn well deserves it. Okay? All they had to do was allow her to use her power of attorney, take her daddy home, get him calmed down, and be okay. He would still be alive today. But oh no, not them jerk-offs. They had to be, the macho man, I'm going to take you in. And again, this is not the first person that has died in their custody. Nowhere near it. And if you are, I'm gonna put this out there. If you're an addict in that county and you get arrested, you got to be very careful. He was arrested for disorderly conduct. Yep. He didn't have the capability to even know where he was at. I I think the hit to the head from that concrete bench did some damage too. I do. Oh, really? Okay. If they don't coordinate things, my son will be there at some point. Don't know when. Don't know when. We're still waiting to. We've still got a month before he goes to court. I think this is the stupidest thing ever. Can't get a court date until October when, he was arrested in May and he was sent to this jail in what, July, and he can't get a court date till October. I call cover years if you're easily offended. I call bullshit. Okay? I call pure bullshit. But that's beside the point, right? Yep. Because they were being Richards. Okay? They had too much testosterone. Mm-mm. Richard heads. Okay? They were going to prove a point. And they had to take it out on a 74-year-old man. Did he have a Joseph or the man? Because the man, no. No, he did not. No, he did not. They never got to that point, to my knowledge. Mm-mm. The place, the county where Joseph is right now, the commissary machine has been you gonna make me cry, Awakened. Oh yeah, they can. They can. Thank you. Um, the commissary machine has been down for 3 weeks now. Okay. They they keep kind of jerking them around as to when they have rec time or phone privileges or whatever. It's a freaking mess. These folks have a commissary man who comes once a week machine. It's like a kiosk, and they can order their commissary, and they have money if they have money on their books, and so yeah, and it's been down. They can't get the freaking basic necessities. This place sure as shit don't give it to them, you know, and since the commissary machine is down, they can't order anything. Then it's up to the family to order it. And the only two places that they will allow deliveries from is Amazon and Walmart. And then they don't get those items once it gets delivered to the jail. Then they do not get them for up to a week to 10 days. It sits there. I told y'all we had to order him a towel, washcloth, soap, shampoo, a laundry bag, thermals because he was freezing to death. They Podunk County. Oh, wow. I didn't know there was one in Oak Ridge. I didn't know there was a rehab in Oak Ridge. That's interesting. Usually takes a month to get started and every other week. Wow. Wow. You can. It has to be through Amazon or Walmart. But you can send him stuff, yes. Carol, I know. I know. Most of the rehabs are not in it for the right reasons. They're in it to make money. It's a money racket. And they have figured out that they can get by with it. Because, you know, we're so freaking desperate to make things better and to get our kids better and to save their lives that we will do whatever needs to be done. Okay? And that's the honest truth. And they know they can jack in prices up. But hey, you know, poor people like me, they're just shit out of luck when it comes to people like me. And excuse me, but most, not all, okay? It doesn't care how much money you have, but most people in addiction are middle class and lower, okay? Oh, there's still some rich people. I mean, hell, you see all the actors and singers and all that passing away and overdosing and all that stuff. And I mean, it's still out there for them. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying, you know, it's, I'm not saying any of that. And they can afford whatever kind of treatment they need to go get. Okay? If they want to have an addiction or recovery specialists come to their house or stay at their house 24/7, then they can afford that. I can't. I can't. I can't get a nanny for my 32-year-old son. Okay? I can't do that. I can't afford rehab for him. And he sure as shit can't afford rehab. Newsflash, addicts are broke. Okay? They broke. So, you know. Let me catch up. What? Wow. Wow. Faith-based. Now, there's something like that in McMinn County, too. It's called Miracle Lake. I've heard really good things about them. Joseph actually had a spot there. Had he come out of jail at the end of May, 1st of June, he had a spot there. But we all know what happened there. And so he no longer has one there. Maybe when we get, a definitive answer on how long he's going to be in, what this is going to look like, yada, 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 then we can try again to get him a spot. I don't know. If he's in there long enough, hell, he may come out. I don't know. What? When it's over, it matters now. Oh my God. It is unreal what our society has become. And I blame it all on, well, not all of it, People don't care anymore. There is no sense of respect, self-respect, respect for others, respect for your elders. None of that. It's gone, okay? Gone. Gone. I mean, hell, look at it. Look at the divorce rate. Husbands don't respect their wives. Wives don't respect their husbands. Kids don't respect their parents, okay? If I hear one more, my mama's toxic or my daddy's toxic, I swear I'm going to reach through something. I hate that word, okay? I hate that word. The only kind of toxic we knew when I was growing up was toxic waste, okay? And that was because we watched Saturday morning cartoons every Saturday morning instead of being out and about. Oh, wait a minute. We've got another one. Have y'all heard about the shooting in Roane County, Tennessee? Apparently there was a business in Roane County this weekend. TBI is involved. But there was a business in Roane County this weekend, and they were allowing underage kids to come in, party, drink, do drugs, whatever they wanted to do, okay? And one of the kids showed up with a gun. One of the kids didn't go home. Kid had just turned 18 2 weeks ago. Yeah. That's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Let's see. Good night, Ashley. Love you. No, none of our kids started out wanting to be an addict when they grew up. No. Yeah, Kay, I know several that have went through Miracle Lake, and it is pretty awesome. No, they cannot work part of their jail sentence at a rehab place. No, no, not around here anyway. Tennessee needs to get their shit together. Okay, if they're going to offer this, and this at this county jail, they need to offer it at all of them. Okay, this is nationwide. This is my belief. If you're going to do this, it needs to be done at all of them. Statewide. Okay? Statewide. Not this, oh, we've got great classes and a lot of help at this one. But when you go to this one, you're not even going to get a wash rag to wash your face with. Or a toothbrush to brush your teeth with. Okay? You're going to walk around here with swamp ice and stinking and nasty teeth. Let them fall out. Right? Lenore City. Do they? Thank you, Debbie. I will go and check it out. Thank you. Debbie Rosenbaum says, just in case anyone wants to watch, McShin Foundation has a YouTube video up from a few hours ago for overdose awareness. Thank you. My plan was to go to the event yesterday and post a video of that event here today. It didn't happen. And yeah. Nope. Don't matter where you raise them at. It don't matter how you raise them, where you raise them. I mean, we're about as country can get, okay? We are OG homesteaders. This is not the trendy homesteading. Oh no, this is our true way of life. This is how we were born and raised. This is what we've done all of our lives. This is not something we picked up out of, what is it, Backwood Homes or some Backwoods magazine or whatever, or watched a few YouTube videos and decided, oh, we want some land. We think we'd be good at this. No, we've done this our whole life. So, and look where that got our son. We had our kids in church every time the doors were open, every Sunday, every Wednesday, if there was a revival, if there was a special singing, if there was Bible school, it didn't matter. We had our kids in church all the time. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Joseph and one of our other kids and one of their friends, they had a trio. They sung in church. Okay? When they were younger, they got up and they sung in church. Didn't freaking matter. Didn't matter. Yep. Amen. Awakened. Amen. We have got to. We've got to. Okay? And for a lot of us, we're raising the next generation. And if y'all think it don't scare me, okay? Aiden is already prone to addiction tendencies. And if you think that it don't scare the absolute shit out of me, it does. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I am honest and upfront with him like I am concerning his daddy's addiction. Let him see. Yeah. Amen. Awaken. Amen. You are on it tonight. Come on, we'll go to the event next year. I could not do it by myself. Told 1 in 3 families in our county. Wow. I would say that it is that or close to that here in our county. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess it's that. It's running rampant, okay? And I'm hoping, I am really and truly hoping that these numbers are correct on these overdose cases. I hope that it has went down. I told you guys that the neighboring county, Roane County, their numbers were down by 48%. That's what they reported. I hope that's true. I do. I hope that's true. I have been told that it's because of Narcan. Apparently, the health department cannot keep Narcan, or is going through a lot of Narcan, handing out a lot of Narcan. And, if you Narcan your friend or whatever, or your loved one, then, that overdose is not reported. If the ambulance is called and the cops show up or the EMTs show up and they have to administer the Narcan, then the overdose gets reported. So I would say a good, let's see, there's a good percentage that's not getting reported, y'all. they're just, that's just the way it is. Wow. So, y'all, I'm fighting here, okay? I'm fighting. I am fighting to get our voices heard. I am fighting to save not only my child, but your loved one. I am sick and tired of watching the people in charge and the people that have the say and have the ways and means of getting things done sit there twiddling their darn thumbs, looking the other way, not paying attention, not caring, okay? Because we've let them get that way. We've let them get comfortable looking the other way. Because the stigma was so bad concerning addiction. The stigma has been so bad up until here recently when it got to where it was taken over. But the stigma was so bad that we couldn't find our voices. We were scared to speak up. Let's be honest about it. We were scared to speak up because of the scrutiny and the judgment and all the other bullshit that we had to put up with, the finger pointing and you were a bad parent. You must not have raised your kids right. You should have had blah, 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 blah. Let's be honest about it. Okay? And now, things have gotten to the point of being so bad, that holy cannoli, you pretty much have to carry Clorox bleach wipes with you in your purse before you go into a store and touch the handle of a buggy. Okay? Because there might be a trace amount of fentanyl on the handle of that buggy that could get into your system and take you out. Or make you so sick. Good luck with Tim Burchett. Okay? They don't have a voice, people. These addicts don't have a voice right now. They can't even take care of their own basic needs. How are they going to speak up? And who's going to listen to them if they do speak up? Because they're a dirty addict. Remember? That's still the mindset of a lot of people. Y'all have seen the comments coming through here. Y'all have heard the comments that have been spewed at me because I sit here and talk about the truth and put it out there. They're dirty addicts. Who's going to believe them if they do speak up? But by crackies, let me or you or any of these other upstanding citizens, when we put our voices together, I'm stronger. Uh-oh. Hold on. The Nesquik is gone. Okay. When we put our voices together, we become stronger. We become louder. We need to be louder than the biggest roaring thunder that has ever went through. Okay? That's what needs to happen. Maybe, just maybe, it's about time for us to do a march. Anybody ever thought about that? Let's do a march. Well, I don't know. I mean, look how that turned out for the J6 people. Thank you, Jeffrey. If you, Kay, if you can get Tim to answer and have a conversation with you, okay, an ongoing conversation, you might can get somewhere. The problem is getting him to answer. Drug awareness, overdose awareness, moms of addicts, grandparents raising grandchildren, all of the above. How about all that? Maybe they would. It's about time somebody paid attention. It's about time somebody heard us. I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. I, it's time that we parents or we loved ones notch it up. Okay? Let's notch it up. Now, to my knowledge, newspaper is not even a thing around here anymore except for the bigger cities, and I don't even know if Knoxville and Chattanooga has that. Hell yes. Hell yes, Awakened. Yes, I love that hashtag. Hashtag. In the bottles behind me, right here, that's bone broth. Bone broth. Homemade bone broth. What'd you think it was? Just because I'm from the South, you think that's shine or something? Oh, not in your lifetime. Okay? Not in your lifetime. Anakin. Whatever. Anyway. Moose. Ooh. I don't know that I have ever eaten moose. But I would like to try it. Yeah, we've struck a nerve. They're going to start interrupting now. I think it does. I think it helps a lot, and I use it in a lot of cooking. Hey, Joy. I use it in a lot of cooking, so. Yeah. Mine's a little dark. Not too bad. I didn't strain it too good. Let's see. Not too bad. I'll strain it whenever I use it. Oh, should be fine. Well, congratulations, self-care. I am very proud of you. Yeah. There is a recipe for broth, or yeah, for broth. Um, on the Ball website, the National Center for Home Preservation, something. Check that out for your times and all that. Do you use it for soup stock? I do, yes. Are you trans? Are you stupid? Okay. I use it in anything um, that calls for chicken broth. I have ham stock here too. I have ham stock, uh, beef broth, chicken broth, tallow, ghee. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's about it. Honey, no, 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 no. I understand what you're saying. Okay, I do. But the fact that you pulled yourself out, okay, you chose to live that beautiful life and shine that beautiful light of yours, okay, that means a lot. And I'm proud of you. I am. I am. Yeah, the trots are here. My hair looked good. I don't know about that. Okay. I don't know about that. Wait a minute. Y'all, I had a video for yesterday, and something happened to a couple of the clips for the video. They'll play in my editing software, but when I went to save it, it almost crashed my computer. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I didn't have time to fool with it, and I didn't feel like fooling with it. So plus, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of interest in all that. So the pill pushing doctors didn't help either. No, you know, there was a point in time where the pill mills were a big thing, and yeah, they were pushing all these new medicines, the oxy and the fent and all the things and the benzos and oh my god, the opioids, all the things. They were pushing them out like freaking candy, okay? And you would hear excuse me, you would hear about these pill mills and these doctors getting shut down, and these doctors doing this and that, or being raided or whatever, but you never heard what happened to the doctors. You never saw anything else on it. Anybody else think that's strange, or is it just me? I'm a conspiracy theorist, okay? I ain't gonna lie. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think that's weird. I think there's something up with that. You never heard that Dr. So-and-so lost his license or her license, or got him suspended for a year, or spending time in jail. I think some of them should have went to prison for first degree murder. In my opinion, if you handed out pills like freaking candy like they did, and somebody overdosed and died, I think you should spend time. My opinion. Yep. Yep. Awaken. Yes. I can about guarantee you. I know the one that got Joseph started. I know for a fact he's still practicing. And I think he's still in Lenoir City, Tennessee, to be quite honest with you. Oh, you do? Are you in East Tennessee? Yep, it was. It was pain pills. Hydros. Oxys. Yep. I mean, prescription after prescription, refill after refill. All the things. Yeah. Yeah. Our daughter lives over there, so we visit over there every now and then. Oh my gosh. Anyway, y'all, my butt's numb, and I'm sitting here. I'm gonna hop off here. I have got. Um, have you ever been to South Carolina? Yes, I have several times. I have got a loaf of sourdough in here. I've got to go do my stretch and folds on. Played with my new grain mill. Y'all, okay, I gotta tell y'all this, okay? Because y'all are not gonna see this. I'm just not. Thank you, self care. I appreciate that. Hey, we are starting. I have the new Facebook group up and ready. I will be posting the link for the new page. Wait a minute. Did I do something wrong? I probably did. I probably did. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I will try to be posting the page in the community post section of the channel within the next day or so you guys can get in there. But I want to tell y'all what I did, okay? So I was making a video showing y'all me using my new grain mill and my wheat berries and, all the things. Trying to make a loaf of bread, okay? So, if you've been here a while and you've watched my cooking videos and stuff, you know that it took me a while to find my bread recipe. And I tweaked it and, made it mine and all that. Perfect bread every time. And it took me a while to find it. Well, I thought, okay, this is by and I'm not going to say the name. This is by a big channel name. This recipe is. So, I'm going to trust it, and I'm going to run with it, and we're going to make this bread. It'll be perfect. I will have me a nice loaf of bread on the counter for supper. It'll be fresh milled. It'll be einkorn flour. It'll be y'all, it about run off the counter while I was trying to, keep it from running off the counter. I had bread dough slung everywhere. I don't even know if this qualifies as bread dough or not. I really don't. It was so it was all up my arm, on my elbow. It was freaking everywhere. And I'm hollering, oh, OF, okay? I need some help. And Aiden's little head pops up from the living room. He said, did you say help? Kitchen helper is on the way. Yeah, he said, what do you want me to do? And I told him to, take the lid off of the flour and just dump it. Okay, just dump it in the middle of this so I can mix it together and stop it from spreading any further. Okay. Y'all, I baked that loaf of bread. Okay, I did. I baked that loaf of bread. It come out in pieces. When I dumped it out, it broke into pieces. It was so bad. It was so bad. So yeah, that bread recipe is not for me. Clearly, I don't know when I will find my bread recipe. I'm going to keep on. Right now, I have an artisan loaf, a bowl, whatever you want to call it. It's sourdough, fresh milled. It's going to be good, okay? But it's looking amazing. Okay, I've been doing the stretch and folds. It's actually like bread dough. Okay? It ain't running everywhere. I had to go unsubscribe from that big channel because I was like, no. A blooper reel? I would have to beep me out because I had spent, I don't even remember how many wheat berries I had to use. I had spent so much time in there getting this ready. And then I should have known when I punched it down and I pulled my hand back up and the dough was just stringing from my fist down to, it rose beautiful. But I punched that down and pulled my hand back up and it just strung back down to the bowl. And I thought, okay, let me wet my hands. So I wet my hands to, pull it out of the bowl and stuff. No. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then, Aiden's super cute. No, you can't see my hair. There it is. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Oh, my God. Shirley, you know how I am anyway, okay? You know how... it was... Yeah. Yep. Yep. What the beep? Beep, 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 beep. Slinging hands, slinging dough. It was something. Which I may show it to you. I don't know. It was comical. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of editing you have to go on. Okay? A lot. So, love you guys. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Thank you for spending time with me on this International Overdose Awareness Day. Tomorrow's September, y'all. Tomorrow is September. Can y'all believe that? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This year's flying by. Love you guys. Mean it. Hope y'all have a good and productive week. If you need me, you've got my email address in the description box of all my videos. Y'all have my heart and soul, and I love you guys more than you will ever know. Thank y'all. Bye, guys.